Craig, so buyout. Lamarcus Aldridge went to the Nets. Andre Drummond went to the Lakers. Who was the best addition and why?
Andre Drummond's the best addition. I think he's the better player. He's the younger player. He's a walking double-double. He has a good inside game. He gets boards. He plays defense. He's a better defender than Lamarcus Aldridge. Lamarcus Aldridge, he's a solid mid-range shooter, but he's 35 now. I don't think he's eventually when KD comes back and everybody's healthy, everybody does get healthy, I think he's probably going to be coming off the bench along with Blake Griffin. And whereas Drummond is going to be the starter with LeBron and Anthony Davis. So I think his value there is more meaningful. I think he's hungrier because he's been on some terrible teams in Detroit and with Cleveland. So I think he's just ready to come out there and die. It's unfortunate that he got stepped on last night by Brook Lopez and he messed up his foot or something like that. So I think he's day to day. So I think he's going to come back when he does come back. Obviously, right now he is the go-to, well, maybe not the go-to guy, but he's like one of the go-to guys, I guess you could say, or one of the main options with LeBron and Davis being out. And I think this is only going to make him better once LeBron and Anthony Davis come back. Like he's going to have his feet underneath of him. He's going to be game shape ready. Like he's just going to be a guy that you can just get the ball to. And there's no disrespect to LaMarcus Aldridge. I just think that with his age, with the team that he's on, I think Drummond might be like the third option. LaMarcus Aldridge could be like the fifth option. With you got obviously the big three. Then you have Joe Harris, who's a really good shooter. Then you got Blake Griffin. Like, where does he fall into it? Then you got Aldridge. Like those six right there, those three, I guess, after the top three. Like some nights he could be the fifth option, some nights he could be the sixth option. I think Drummond is probably, even though he's not a real back to the basket, like big time center that can score like 25 and points a game and get 12 boards or whatever it is. But I think he's an option, at least in the middle. And that's just another big man that you have clogging up the middle as well that they're going to need come playoff time. So to me, it's not even close. Like I do like the addition of Aldridge to the Spurs, but Andre Drummond is the better player.
Okay. What about you? LaMarcus Aldridge went to the Nets. In the buyout, Andre Drummond went to the Lakers. Who's the best addition and why?
I'm gonna say Drummond, and I'm gonna say why is Drummond? And it goes back to what Craig said, younger player, and I think it gives the Lakers more versatility. So if you go, and I don't know what Aldridge is going to do, and I think Aldridge might not be. I'm not gonna say he's not fitting that offense, but it's too easy to be a fit in that offense. Let's go ahead and say that. But when you talk about Drummond now, you're talking about it helps AD from a rebounding standpoint. Right? If it helps AD on the glass, then it gives you the versatility, like Craig said. You can start the game being physical, banging you out with Drummond and with AD, and then now you bring Kuzma in the game. You bring Gasol into the game, and it gives you so much versatility that you don't know how to defend and change your defense up. So I like Drummond more there, especially because Drummond's not going to be required to give you so much there. Like in Detroit, he was like, oh, you got to give me 20 and 18, 20 and 15 every night. If Drummond give them 10 and 10 every night, they good. They good.
Yeah.
Especially if AD and LeBron come back healthy, Drummond ain't got to give them no huge games. If you get 10 and 10 from Drummond, you're in a good spot right now, you Lakers, with all the other weapons you have. So I like that Drummond pick.
Okay. Corey, LaMarcus Aldridge to the Nets, Drummond to the Lakers. Who's a better fit and why?
Yeah, I think Craig kind of hit it on the head. It's obviously Drummond. I think Aldridge, especially while they're dealing with injuries, he's a quality body they can put out there to get through minutes, get through the season. But once you hit playoff time, once the rotations start to tighten a little bit in the playoffs, I don't know necessarily how much Aldridge will be playing, but Drummond's going to be out there for meaningful minutes for the Lakers. And I think it's definitely clearly Drummond there.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Like Drummond just fits a good need. Like you're right. If he averages 10 and 10, which I think his averages will be around 17 and 12 or 13. That's huge for the Lakers, especially if LeBron and Anthony Davis come back. You're talking about LeBron is 6'8", 6'9" point guard, AD 6'10", Drummond 6'11". That's a lot of height, a lot of rebounds, a lot of rim protection, and he's gonna start. and they might be able to re-sign him. We don't know, which would be interesting. So they'll definitely have an inside track, and he's younger. He's 27. He's still really basketball years, but I think I'm gonna stop saying that because the age limit has been broken with football and basketball. It's starting to tilt a little bit older.